Hello and welcome to the results video for the 2024-25 PECO Cross Country League. First of all, massive thank you to everyone who put this together. That's the race organisers, the marshals, the staff, the landowners, and of course all the clubs involved. Let's start with the women and the Women's Premier League. A massive congratulations to the Abbey Runners ladies, who have won for the second year in a row in the Ladies Premier Division. As you can see, it has been really tight up at the top of that division. Abbey Runners, Hyde Park Harriers and Valley Striders. Only 1 point difference between Abbey Runners and Hyde Park and Valley Striders. In the occasion of a draw, they would have won on countback, but that's not how you want to win it, really. They've won it decisively with an extra point, and they'll be very happy about that. It was also the first race they'd actually won in the season, so they've managed to be fairly consistent, third and second throughout the season, but managed to win that last. So they won it on the last day, so that's amazing work from Abbey Runners. Hyde Park Harriers and Valley Striders are both going to be kicking themselves there. The threat of the Abbey Runners coming through with that high countback made a massive difference in the end. Quite a big difference from the Roundhay Runners ladies and the Nid Valley Road Runners. It's all settled in the middle there. They weren't going anywhere, not with the results like that. I think the last race for Roundhay Runners probably dropped them a few points. They would have dropped they dropped 5 points on the last day, so they could have been in the running there, but it didn't happen to them this year. St Teresa's, unfortunately, and Air Centre Pacers this year will be going down, as 2 teams from the Premier Division will be going down this year, so we'll see them both in the First Division next year. The First Division has been won by Harrogate Harriers quite convincingly. I don't even know if they needed to turn up on race 5, but they've done it. They've won all 5 races with a minimum points total of 5 and a countback of over half of the second team. So fantastic work from Harrogate Harriers there, despite dropping a few points on the last day. Chapel Allerton have made it in second, and they'll be going up to the Premier Division with Harrogate, as will York Postal Harriers. That's 3 teams going up from the First Division this year, not 2, as the leagues are growing at the moment. We have too many teams in the lower leagues, so we're growing the Premier Division to 8 and the First Division to 8. So Horsforth Harriers and Ackworth Road Runners sitting in the table there. They're not going anywhere next year, but unfortunately for Saltaire Striders and Rothwell Harriers, both teams of which have had a fairly disastrous season this year, will be going down to the second division. You'll start to notice a few crazy results actually from the last race 5. The reason for that mainly is because it's a rescheduled date, because we had a weather cancellation earlier on in the season. So there's been a few teams that have not been able to bring the numbers to the last race, but it's made a massive difference here. And it hasn't made a difference to Wharfdale Harriers, who in third place will be seeing First Division action next year. The winners of the second division, congratulations to Wetherby Runners and Vale of York in second. Let's move on to the Men's Premier Division. After race 5, Hyde Park Harriers got their 4th win with a near perfect 6-point total to win the Premiership division. Very tight between Abbey Runners and Valley Striders. However, Valley Striders did drop a lot of points in that last race, and they finished 3rd behind Abbey Runners. Safe from the relegation zone are Chapel Allerton Runners and St Teresa's, both a few points short of the 27 points and 35 points from Roundhay Runners and Saltaire Striders. Saltaire Striders, and I do quote a Saltaire Strider here, remain consistent with their 7 points from race 5, sending them down into the First Division. Harrogate Harriers, once again, just like the women, almost a perfect score. They'd won it by race 4, and I don't know if they would have even had to turn up in race 5, but they did, and they came 3rd with a total of 7 points for the season. Now, here was the action here between Kirkstall, Nid Valley, Horsforth and Wharfdale, and Ilkley in fact, because it was very close after race 4, especially with Kirkstall having dropped 5 points on race 4, and pretty much a reversal of the points from earlier in the season. However, it was Kirkstall Harriers and Nid Valley who brought the numbers in on the last race. Nid Valley came first, Kirkstall Harriers came second. However, Nid Valley would have had to beat Kirkstall by 2 points. Therefore, Kirkstall come in second with 14 points and Nid Valley with 15 points. Unfortunately for Horsforth, Wharfdale and Ilkley, they all brought out pretty bad numbers on the last race and dropped points. York Postal Harriers alongside Ilkley Harriers will be going down to the second division next season. And in the men's second division, Rothwell Harriers with a perfect score of 5 are playing first division running next year alongside Otley and Knaresborough. Both teams with under 20 points. Both teams with under 20 points, securing them second and third. Before we go on to the Vets Leagues, I'll give you a brief explanation as to how they work, because they do work slightly different from the main leagues, with the main leagues being counters, the first 8 or 6 counters. The Vets Leagues have criteria that you must meet, so there'll be 3 scoring runners over 35, 2 scoring runners over 45, a scoring runner from 55 and a scoring runner from 65. In the first division, it's 235, 145, 155 and 165. So taking a look at the Women's Vets Premier Division, that's Round A Runners. Congratulations to Round A Runners with a points of 10. Dropped a few in the last race. However, 10 points was enough to secure the win of the league, so congratulations to Round A Runners Vets. In second place, Abbey Runners and Valley Striders in third. There'll be 2 teams going down from that league, and that's Ayr Centre Pacers and Horsforth Fellendale. In the first division, it's Wetherby Runners and Knaresborough Striders and Kippax Harriers, who will be celebrating probably more than any other team going up, because they've only done it on half a point. Chapel Allerton Runners missing out there on the 5.5 point from race 4. I believe that was from a draw with another team. That's the same countback from a race, exactly the same countback. In the men's Premier Division, it's St Teresa's with a perfect score of 5. That's a perfect score for St Teresa's in the Vets Premier Division. Valley Striders pick up second with a total of 11 points, and Abbey Runners in third with 18 points. Then there's a little bit of a gap there. Hyde Park Harriers, they're not old enough. Quite a young club, Hyde Park Harriers. They're very successful, but they're quite a young club by the looks of things. I've got a few viewers from Hyde Park Vets who will be watching this, and they'll be upset they're not in that top 3. So moving down from the Premier Division to the First Division next year, we Saltaire Striders and Ilkley Harriers. In the men's Vets First Division, it's Wharfdale Harriers with the win on 10 points, and that's half the points of Ackworth Roadrunners, who are in second. Knaresborough Striders are the third team to go up to the Premiership next year with 22 points. That concludes the PECO season 2024 to 2025. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the Great Isle Running YouTube channel, and I put up a load of race videos. And so I hope you join me by subscribing. It's free. This isn't the kind of thing I do usually, but I've had such a great time producing videos for the PECO season. I'm sorry there was no video for the last race, Wetherby. Unfortunately, I left the battery at home. So I brought the camera and I got it to Wetherby, and there was no battery in there. But never mind, we've got the relays next week. Hope to see some of you there. Over and out.